Hey, it's Sunday, July 8th. This is video 2. Posted one a few minutes ago talking about a 2810 target. This video is just going to circle back and talk about what's going on right in front of us right now and how maybe we can fuel our way to that 2810 or higher target. What's been going on sort of immediately underneath the hood that's going to get us there. So here we're just looking back we're looking back at the S&P 500 since the end of May. And, we topped out at this 27.91.47. And obviously that's going to be our target that we need to get above. And once we get above here, we're looking towards that 2810 target mentioned in the other video that was posted today. But let's just talk about what has happened here over the course of the last few trading sessions. We had a bullish cross of the 50-day simple moving average move up through the 100-day moving average on June 18th. And that produced a little bit of a bounce here. We pressed down to this low that day, and we tried, but failed to really achieve a good bounce here. We topped out and failed right on the 10-day simple moving average and rolled over. So nobody was willing to commit beyond the 10-day simple moving average, even though we had had a 50-day cross up through the 100-day. And the reason for this is that this 100-day was still falling. So had we achieved this cross and made it up through the 10-day simple moving average, we probably would be looking at higher levels at this point that would have broken out here. But we had our simple moving averages giving us excellent indicators as to what was going on. So we had our 50-day cross up through the 100-day, but our price couldn't advance past the 10-day simple moving average here. And what ended up happening was that we ended up breaking down then through the 20-day simple moving average, not once but twice here, and that resulted in a gap down open for the final week of June and the final week of the quarter, which just really sent us all the way back down here to our ultimate low that printed on right around the last trading day for June. Lo and behold, what do you think happened that day? That same day that we put in the June low, look at this 100 simple day moving average line. This is what I was talking about. If you really do follow my tweets, and you're with me on the stuff that I'm babbling on about on a daily basis, intraday on those tweets, you know that I pointed to this as a significant change that really could have changed the course of things for us. Because back here in May, when our 50-day simple moving average had been descending, but it flattened out and it began to tick up all of a sudden. Look up above what happened with price. Boom, we went on this rally. So once again, here we have the 100-day simple moving average ticking up for us, and it has continued to be climbing for us. Started out almost breaking down below the 2700 level, but it started ticking up, and now here we are. We've risen all the way to 2706 and climbing a point to 1 or 2 points a day higher with the 100-day simple moving average. And lo and behold, we've rallied on out, and then by the time we got to the end of this week, on Thursday of this week, as we got into the very first trading days of July week 1, we took out we made a close above the 50-day and the 10-day simple moving average on Thursday. And this was coming just in the nick of time, because here comes this 10-day simple moving average that we kept failing at back here. It crossed down through the 20-day and caused us to really press lower. But because we had that 100-day simple moving average tick up on us, we recovered and we began to bounce, failing once again at our 10-day. But finally on Thursday, we took out that 10-day, close above the 50-day and the 10-day, and then on Friday, we just gapped up open and we went for it, and we regained this 20-day once again on a closing basis. So back here, this was all like a nightmare, coming up against this 10-day and falling down and gapping down through this 20-day. And now here we are. We've taken all this stuff out and closed above it. So now we have Friday's close to look at. For those of you who are, not very risk tolerant and, don't want to get involved in calls and sit through any pain whatsoever, This closing level is your line in the sand now, this 27.59.87. You want to just like steer clear and maybe only buy when the price is above there, or you know, or if you're long and we fall back down, you don't want to be long once we close back below this 27.59. Or if you're looking for a very aggressive short entry, this fail of 27.59 might mark a spot for you to use. However, I think that, as long as we follow through and continue closing above this 20-day simple moving average, we're going to have this 10-day continue to tick up and tick up, and it's going to come and it's going to cross up through this 20-day simple moving average, producing the exact opposite effect of what we saw back here when it crossed down. That's going to spark phase 2 of the rally, and I think that's what can push us up through 27.91 and towards that 28.10 level. Okay, so underneath the surface, we've had these things happen, and we need to look to these simple moving averages, and we need to keep this rally going so that this 10-day doesn't cross down through this 50-day. Because once this crosses down through the 50-day, then it's going to cross down through the 100-day, then it's going to cross down through the 200-day, and that's the kind of thing that's going to fuel us much, much lower. So we want to see this rally continue on. If we're bullish, it's very important that we do nothing worse than have sort of an inside day tomorrow. If we fall back down below this 20-day simple moving average tomorrow, we could really unravel and damage all this progress that we've made over the course of the last 4 or 5 sessions. As long as we go no lower than this 20-day simple moving average intraday, and as long as we make a higher closing level on Monday, we're going to continue to pull these simple moving averages up. We're going to continue this pattern of holding above them. And we have a good fighting chance at taking out the June high and going after that 28.10, which was explained as a target on the previous video. So I hope this helps you out for the intraday stuff and what's going on right immediately in front of us, right underneath the hood. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Good luck and good trading.